Hey everybody, random comic book reviews here. Okay, this time it's going to be Marvel Premiere number 61 from 1981. Okay, this is from a blog that I was actually writing like about 4 or 5 years ago. Actually, this is from 2010. I don't write for the blog anymore, but here goes. Okay, Marvel Premiere was an anthology title that Marvel Comics published to showcase characters that didn't have their own comics or their own titles. This issue features Starlord, who debuted in Marvel Preview, which was a black and white magazine with a similar concept. One curious thing is, in the colorized reprints of Starlord's previous appearances, his hair is colored brown. In his Marvel Premiere stories, he is blonde. The tagline on the cover of this issue promises a truly bizarre science fiction blockbuster. I'm not sure what Marvel's definition of blockbuster was, seeing as this was the last issue of the series, but we do get an interesting story. The creative chores are handled by Doug Munch on script and Tom Sutton on art. Peter Quill, the Star-Lord, investigates a strange planet that seems to have once had life on it but is now deserted. Star-Lord seems or actually is assaulted by various elemental forces and then is forced into a cave. He is presented with a hologram that tells the story of what happened to the previous inhabitants of the planet. The next part of the story is told from the planet's point of view. The planet is actually a sentient being, and all the threatening natural occurrences were attempts by the planet at sharing, and the story ends on a sad, emotional note. The art by Tom Sutton is good. It's a change of pace from typical Marvel superhero art of the time, but it's suitably quirky and engaging. The storytelling is clear, and Tom's design for the organic landscapes and flora of the planet are otherworldly and spooky. Although we only see them in flashback, I really like the designs of the planet's past inhabitants. There's a couple of interesting ads in this issue. Right in the middle of the comic, there's a double-page spread for Marvel Comics 7-Eleven Slurpee contests. What I find interesting about this is the characters they use in the ad are Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America, and Spider-Woman. Was Jessica Drew really that popular at the time that the average 7-Eleven consumer would have recognized her? On the other hand, although I'm not sure of the date, I believe the Spider-Woman Saturday morning cartoon might have aired around this time, so that may have influenced the decision to include her. There's no credits for the artwork, but it features figures of heroes that were used a lot during that time period by John Romita Sr. For fun, there's also a Hostess Fruit Pad ad starring the Fantastic Store, art by Joe Sinnott. I'm totally guessing. Um, the Bullpen Bulletins page has, of course, hype concerning Marvel Comics coming out that month. There's a couple mini profiles on editors Jim Salerkrupp and Al Milgrom, and an interesting piece explaining why the price box on some Marvel comics were different than others. The answer is because some of the comics were distributed through Curtis Circulation Company and some were direct sales. Anyway, there you have it, Marvel Premiere 61 featuring Star-Lord, an offbeat story with quirky art, but ultimately an entertaining comic book. All right, that's it. Thank you very much for listening, and everybody have a good day.